Today we're going to be talking about saturation, and in my opinion, it's something that's forgotten about. And that's a shame because what it does to your sound is it can make it fuller, warmer, more natural sounding. However, what is saturation? To demonstrate saturation, here's a guitar from an Echo Soundworks sample pack. It's a pretty good sounding guitar, but we can make it sound better using saturation. So here's the plugin chain. This is a free plugin by Softube. It's called the Saturation Knob. I have this at about 1.5. No clue what that means, but I just turn the knob up to here. And the saturation type is on neutral. And after that, you just have an EQ, which I didn't touch. And there's some reductive EQ to the lows, and then some cuts where it is resonant. And there's also some compression being applied. And lastly, just some reverb with the mix turned down to just about 40%. Now if you turn all this on, you can hear it in action. Now you can already hear the difference between them. Now you may be asking, why is this? Well, that's because this is what saturation does. Say you add this guitar to 15 and you add the saturation knob. Then you go into an EQ. You can see these are the fundamental frequencies of the guitar. Now what saturation does is it adds frequencies both above and below the sound. So if I were to turn this up to, say, 50%, I might distort a little, but you can see that it's adding frequencies. Now, this is what makes it sound fuller and warmer. So, as a final demonstration, I want to show you guys how to use saturation on your master chain. So, here is an example. This is one of my songs that I made in the past. I never released it, but it's just for demonstration purposes. Now, this is how it sounds like during about 20 seconds into the song. So, it's not a great mix, but what you can do, you can add saturation to make it feel slightly fuller than it was before. So here's with saturation. So that is how it would sound like with saturation. And I hope that gives you just kind of an idea of how saturation could be used on your masters, on individual sounds. As long as you don't go too insane with it, then it should sound good and make things sound fuller. And that's kind of how I would describe it.